How to create a wealth mindset. So I love this category because so many of you think you're going to change your mind, change your beliefs, and then you're going to start doing the right thing. I actually find it's a reverse. You're going to start doing the right things based on your guides, your mentors, your coaches. And as you start doing the right things and spending time with them, you're going to start shifting your behaviors and your beliefs. And what you do every day will create the result of what you get to have. So there's a be to have. I actually reverse it and say you're going to do something to then be something different that's going to let you have what you want, which is a result of a millionaire or multimillionaire. So let's talk about a few statistics in the mindset category. Wealthy individuals spend more time learning than consuming. I always say, are you a creator or are you a consumer? And so wealth builders and entrepreneurs, we create, we generate. We create properties, we create ideas, we create businesses, we create employment for most people. And the majority of the people in the United States, specifically, are actually employed or contracted to small and medium-sized businesses. I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding that large corporations are the ones that, really dominate in the employment side. It's really small and medium-sized businesses. Another fun fact, your mindset influences your risk tolerance and decision-making. So again, you're either going to be on one or two sides of this tolerance spectrum, meaning you're going to have a really high risk tolerance and you're just willing to go, go, go. And what you need are more analytical people to kind of hold you back from your just go and jump and be emotional. And then you have the other side, which is analysis paralysis. So where are you in your risk tolerance? And some of you, your risk tolerance is so low. Getting out of bed and walking across the street's risky for you. So I'm kind of kidding. But seriously, there are some of you live in analysis paralysis and you're not moving. And lastly, behavior, and I'm going to supplement that with environment, is more predictable than anything else. So what you do every day and how you spend your money every day. Bob Proctor used to ask me, show me your calendar, show me your checkbook, and I'll show you what's important to you. You've pretty much shown yourself what's important. So those of you who I say you don't have time, we all have the same calendar. And the only reason you don't have money is you're not out solving enough problems. Entrepreneurs and wealth builders solve problems. We solve housing problems. We solve energy problems. We solve financial literacy problems. What are the problems you're solving and how many people are you serving that then will reflect on what you have in your checkbook? Let's talk about a few specific things. What a wealth mindset really is. What does that really mean? Number two, why most people never develop one, meaning a wealth mindset. And last thing, how do you reprogram your thinking? So get a pen and paper. Some of you are going to need this way more than others. So let's begin. So let me give you a formal definition. Wealth mindset focuses on opportunity, ownership, leverage, long-term thinking. It replaces fear-based decisions and emotional decisions with strategic ones. It changes you from scarcity thinking to abundant thinking. It's a little different angle in scarcity is the lack of using a team. There are so many of you that think you're going to do it by yourself. You want to do it by yourself. The truth is it takes a team to do this. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. No one has been a millionaire doing 100% of everything it takes to become a millionaire all by themselves. They had a CPA that did their taxes or some sort of a tax strategist, right? They've had support around them. They just might have been generating the idea. So I would say here at Integrated Wealth Systems, I don't make millionaires. I support you to become it, but you're the one making yourself a millionaire by what you do, by what you say, what time you get up. I love when people ask me if they're a guarantee to what I, help coach and teach and mentor people through. And I said, well, I can't guarantee your behavior because I don't know what you're going to do all day. I know what I do all day. That creates the success and achievement that our whole company's been able to get. The other thing I'm going to say about scarcity and abundance, what are you reading? Who are you spending time with? What's your language patterns? And if you don't know what you talk about, record yourself for a day. Watch your calendar for a day. And again, back to what Bob taught me, what you do all day, your calendar, your checkbook will define you. Your environment will define you. So who are you spending time with? Are you spending time watching Netflix originals or Hulu originals or just sitting on TikTok all day and letting TikTok educate you? Or are you truly consuming content? Consuming books, consuming other people. I consume a lot of other people's books. So whether you listen to my audio, having a learning environment and a learning mentality is vital. Because fear, in my opinion, when it's around money, is typically a lack of knowledge. You're scared because you don't know. So what's the answer to that? It's lean in and learn. Similar to why are you in debt? Is because you have outlived your paycheck. So you put your life on a credit card. Instead of live below your means, grow your means. What else could you do to put extra income into your pocket. So I want to invite you. We're starting in 2026 a whole new process and a new schedule of some training. And we're bringing back the building your cash machine. Cash machine is a 6-7 figure business. And how do you do it? How do you build a business from scratch, from nothing? And then some businesses like franchises, you have to have some capital. So we're going to be digging into how do you build your own cash machine? It's essentially a small or medium-sized business that you're going to have control. You'll learn to market, sell, understand accounting, cash flow. You're going to learn how fulfillment really works, how do you put operations around it, technology around it, and support it with a lot of good customer service. So in the show notes is a link to our calendar. So sign up if you can't come in January, come in February. If you want to come to all 12 of them, we'll be doing it once a month on the third Wednesday of every month. And all of you need to learn to build a cash machine. I always say, making millionaires is great, but the harder skill set that I teach is how do you have you make your own money? So you're not showing up for a paycheck. You're showing up generating, solving a problem of which you get paid for. It's how most people become multimillionaires, is owning their own business and owning real estate. The mentality I want you walking around and thinking about, and I did this when I was leaving Chevron. So in 1994, 5, 6, I knew, especially in 1995 and 6, I was done with that chapter of being an exercise physiologist and working at Chevron. So I was just looking for my next opportunity, and I knew I wanted to get back to my finance and business roots. So again, I'd already hired Bob Proctor multiple times. I had many, many, many mentors at the time. I started, even though I was an employee at Chevron still, I just started behaving in a way that if I owned this position, if I was a contractor, for example, they hired my company to do something, what do I need to set up? So you start thinking like an owner versus a renter or like an employee. Sorry to say that, but a lot of you have not ever been trained to generate. You've been trained to produce for someone else in their company, making someone else very, very wealthy while you get, you get paid, but it's not yours and it's not what you generate. It's not a big legacy move. So our whole plan for you is to generate for you a legacy plan, you and your family. Now, that doesn't mean I'm saying go quit your job. You got to put a cash machine next to it. And if fear consumes you when you have that conversation with yourself because you don't like to sell or you don't like to market or there's something in there that you don't know, remember fear is the lack of knowledge. That's the term I will always put to that, because as you learn anything, you're going to become resilient at it. Now, if you listen to this channel, I want you to subscribe, click that notification button. So 5 days a week, I am in your phone or whatever device you listen on. And we have a journal, a YouTube journal that actually then lets you document your growth. And you're going to be surprised as long as you listen on a regular basis, not only just 5 days a week. I would spend an hour or two instead of a Netflix original or some sporting, game. Spend an hour, commit yourself to at least an hour, 2 hours of just listening through playlists and put in whatever topic you're interested in, from credit to credit cards, just debt itself. Debt is an asset done right. Put some words in there. We'll pop up a playlist and start studying and learning if you're serious about changing your mindset. And then the greatest thing that I tell people, if you want to be a millionaire, come hang out with us, because you want to know how we spend our time, how we spend our money, how we are with our children, how we are with our families, how we are with our teams. And a lot of you have decided that you're just not as available. So then you use this excuse of, I don't have time. I got to think about it. 2 worst excuses. Those words should never come out of your mouth, but they do. So just notice that what words you say, it manifests. Consistency compounds. So if you have negative and a cynical attitude towards life, that's what you're creating in your life. And again, I'm not the woo-woo person. I am the going to get to it, tactical, how-to person. And your mindset and what you do every day, it's critical to your success. So put some good stuff into your head every day. Wake up to some good conversations and positive conversations. I think Joel Osteen said it best. He said, if you're beating yourself up and have a negative, internal dialogue, and you're not going to champion yourself, how would you expect other people to champion you? So let's get that narrative correct as you move into the rest of this year and your planning. And last thing I want to say about mindset is track your numbers. Track your numbers, track your numbers. So notice sales, notice even if data would be how often are you reading or listening to new content? How often are you engaging in walking away from that fear into the knowledge base and true learning? Like really track yourself and what you're doing, track your calendar, and that converts into dollars. Your time is the most valuable thing you have on the planet, and most of you burn it instead of actually being highly productive and effective. People use this last example. People say, I want to be in real estate. I want to be a real estate millionaire. I want to buy real estate. And I say, well, how many contract offers have you put out this week? Well, oh, I'm not ready to do that. That's how you're going to learn. So one of the first activities when you become my client around real estate is you're going to start writing contracts. I want a contract a week. Then we're going to go to 3 a week. It's not about doing the deal. It's about making sure that you are in the behavior of being in the playing field where the players play. Most of you are spectators and you're sitting in the bleacher seats. So if you're serious, go to askloral.com, AskLoral, ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.